Hey, are you still awake? Good. Lie down, dim the lights, and let your mind drift for a while. Tonight's story isn't about a princess or a warrior or a broken heart. It's about a song almost every Filipino kid learned to sing before they even understood what half the words meant. Close your eyes and let's remember where it came from. This is the Legend of Bahay Kubo. Long before it became a classroom song, before generations of children clapped their hands to its rhythm, there was, they say, a real hut, a real garden, and a real farmer who built both with his own two hands. His name was Mang Tasio, a quiet man, not much of a talker, but his hands never stopped moving. Every morning before the sun fully rose, he was already outside, kneeling in the soil, humming softly to himself as he worked. His hut was small, simple, made of bamboo and nipa palm, just enough to keep the rain out. But surrounding it was something people traveled from other barrios just to see. A garden so full, so alive that it seemed to defy the size of the land it grew on. Sitaw, bataw, patani, string beans, hyacinth beans, lima beans, planted in careful rows, climbing up bamboo trellises like they were reaching for something just out of sight. Further along, the vines spread wider. Kundol, patola, upo, kalabasa, winter melon, sponge gourd, bottle gourd, squash, heavy and round, resting on the earth like sleeping animals. And near the edge, where the sun hit longest, grew the smaller things. Labanos, mustasa, sibuyas, kamatis, radish, mustard greens, onions, tomatoes, planted close together, sharp and fragrant, and bawang. Luya, at sa wakas, talong, garlic, ginger, and finally eggplant. The last row, before the garden met the fence. People asked Mang Tasio his secret. How could one small plot of land hold so much life? He would just smile and say, "Kasya ang lahat kung may pagmamahal." Everything fits if there is love in it. But one year, the rains did not come the way they should have. Weeks of dry heat cracked the soil. Neighboring farms withered, one by one. Mang Tasio's garden, too, began to struggle. The vines that once climbed so eagerly now drooped low, leaves curling at the edges. The villagers whispered that perhaps his luck had finally run out, that no garden, no matter how loved, could survive a drought like this. But every morning, Mang Tasio was still there, carrying water by hand, one small container at a time, from the river far beyond the hill, back and forth, even as his back ached, even as his hands blistered. His neighbors began to help, first one, then a few, then almost the whole barrio, not because they had to, because somewhere along the way, his garden had stopped being just his. It had become something the whole village quietly depended on. For food, yes, but also for something harder to name. Hope, maybe. One night, after weeks of carrying water under the punishing sun, Mang Tasio collapsed at his own doorstep, exhausted, weak. His body finally giving out from the weeks of strain. The villagers rushed to him, laid him inside his small hut, and sat with him through the night, taking turns watching over him, the way he had once watched over all of them as he drifted in and out of sleep. They say he kept murmuring the names of his vegetables, sitaw, bataw, patani, as if counting them like sheep, as if making sure, even half-conscious, that none of them were forgotten. That night, the rain finally came. Not a light drizzle, a full, steady downpour that soaked into the cracked earth until it could hold no more. By morning, the garden had begun to lift itself back up, and so had Mang Tasio. Word of that night spread through the barrio, and then to the next, and the next, of the farmer who nearly gave everything for a garden that fed more than just his own family. Mothers began humming a little tune while doing chores, listing the vegetables the way Mang Tasio once did in his sleep. Children picked it up next, turning it into a clapping game, then a classroom song. Bahay Kubo, kahit munti. The lyrics were simple, but underneath them was something the whole village understood without needing to explain it. A small house, a small plot of land, but filled, completely filled, with everything that mattered. Mang Tasio lived many more years after that. Some say his garden never failed again, and long after he was gone, children were still singing his vegetables by name, not knowing their origin. They were once carried, one by one, on the back of a tired old farmer who refused to let his village go hungry. Maybe that's why the song has lasted, long after most of us forgot what half those vegetables even look like. We still remember the tune. We still remember clapping along to it in grade 1, not really thinking about what it meant. But maybe now, as an adult, you can hear it a little differently. Not just a song about vegetables, but a quiet lesson about how much love and how much care a small space can actually hold. So, the next time you hear Bahay Kubo playing somewhere, at a school program, a video K night, or just stuck in your head for no reason, think of Mang Tasio and his small hut and his very full garden. Now, close your eyes. That's the end of tonight's story. Good night and sweet dreams.
If you're a 90s kid and you remember this legend, comment Bahay Kubo below. And if there's another legend you'd like to hear, just let me know so that I can feature on my next episode.